Hello there, and welcome to episode 48 of StrategicZoomCast. You're watching Creative Name. No, it is not. It is actually Asiamint, who somehow, for some reason, decides to play as Creative Name, even though he's probably one of the best players in the world from South Korea. You've learned to know and fear him. His opponent in the north is Kimbo Mad Slice. This guy is mad. He is a slice, and he's from Poland. Now, this map is Ploiesti OutSkirts. Let's look at it from space, shall we? That's the overlay of it. Don't worry, this is non-playable area, these big silos. These small silos, however, there and there, they do obstruct things, especially these two in the center. And let's just observe how the map itself works. Now you've seen the artwork for it. These cutoffs here, this big one here, similar, very asymmetrical, as always with good maps. Central victory point over here. We've got the very close, actually, but don't forget those silos. They break it up. Now, the interesting thing about Ploiesti these days is the high points are very close to one another, which causes this kind of idea. Do you focus on the strategic points in the center, or do you go for the high points in the far reaches? White Flash, by the way, sent me this replay saying, I finally think this map is tournament ready. So, yeah, if he says that, maybe he's true. So, StrategicZoomCast, what is the point? Am I always going to be zoomed out? I am absolutely not. I'm just going to use it in those late game battles when it's really important. It is a flagship series of mine that I've not touched for a long time. To be quite frank, it's not everybody's cup of tea. But as you can see, due to that thing in the bottom right of my screen, I did a sponsored stream tonight, and this was one of the rewards. I promised everybody I would dust off the old Strategic Zoom hacks, and we'd get a cast on the way. And we had this gameplay, this fantastic game ready to go. Needs decent pressure applied by Asiamint thus far. Kimbo in the warehouse, firing from all of the windows he can with those mods and Nagant's conscripts forced away. Interesting choice by Asiamint. He just didn't fancy it anymore and instead decides to retreat away. Don't forget, guys, if you retreat all the way back to base, you can then change west-east just as quick. And there we go. We have another raid. We're well on our way to our 80th one, which will mean we've completed the challenge. I get paid for one of the first times ever in my Company of Heroes kind of hobby history. It's more of a hobby that I do for passion and the love of it. But, you know, you can't say no to good money. Stern Pioneers under duress as the conscripts backpedal behind the spindles. These other ones are thinking of it now, and Kimbo always plays aggressively with Stern Pioneers, and it's usually if he has other squads coming in. And there you go, there's the Focus Grenadiers coming in from the side. So this conscript squad is going to be sandwiched soon, but what if one of the top elements of the sandwich was left? Would it not then become an open top kind of cracker? Stern Pioneer very low indeed. Kimbo's always doing that as OKW. Incendiary nade in. Look at that plume of napalm. Conscripts forcing away the folks in the north. Double high resource point being capped. I have changed the atmospheric setting a little bit, White Flash, if you're watching this, just because StrategicZoomCast demands it. We want no clouds whatsoever, basically. Conscripts reinforcing and coming back into the picture. We've seen Tier 2 has been built. Our first truck is out. Mechanized Regimental Headquarters coming down for Asiamint. For Kimbo. It's confusing to me because, you know why it's confusing? Because usually Asiamint goes OKW. He's one of the few people at a high level to do so. And it's interesting to me that Kimbo's decided to do that now. I mean, I know he's probably #1 in the world as OKW, but still, it's still surprising. That said, this is not a tournament battle. I think this is probably a cash game, if I'm going to guess. Or maybe they're just scrimming. And I have noticed that Kimbo and Asiamint have scrimmed a lot.
Just a few more downloads left.
Scrimmed a lot recently. That's so cheesy, isn't it? It's funny, though. We got a nice molly. There you go. 10 fuel well spent by Asiamint. We've done it, everybody. There you go. We've well and truly done it. We've reached 80 out of 80. Big thanks to you all. I get 900 quid. Pays for my excellent PC upgrades that have meant that I've got 60 FPS now. A true 60 FPS on my stream. And all the good things that come along with it. Oh, we've had a squad wipe. There you go. 3 kills for Asiamint against Kimbo's Volksgrenadier there. It's because he was distracted. He was dropping Fallschirmjägers hot and heavy on the conscripts' heads. And that distracted him and meant he was not focused. Meanwhile, by the way, he was holding firm with a very, very shaky foundation. Volksgrenadiers and Stern Pioneers were distracting him whilst he landed the Fallschirmjägers on top of him, hoping to try and wipe this conscript squad. It didn't work. Do you know what did work, though? Flamethrower versus the Volksgrenadiers in the north. So unfortunately for Kimbo, again, his high-risk profile did not pay off there. Big thanks to everybody that made the AT possible. I'm going to now disable that doobly-doo because we don't need it anymore, do we? Now, we'll keep it up for prosperity. Let's celebrate the moment. We are going to concentrate on the cast, so I'm very conscious. I do want this for YouTube purposes. This is a strategic Zoomcast, and I've put a lot into this series. All 47 episodes that precede it are all killer, no filler, quite frankly. Where the conscripts are flanking the Volksgrenadiers there. Fallschirmjägers of that FG-42. It's not an assault rifle, it's a fully automatic battle rifle, as it be known today. A fantastic weapon of war. Nice from Kimbo getting the MG34 out. Got to appreciate if he uses them, they can't be that bad. Very situational, however. We have the Panzer II on its slow way to being built. One of the longest build times. Oh my god, by the way, Fallschirmjäger is very low here. However, he's just elected to use Stuka Smoke Reconnaissance. He drops it and saves the Fallschirmjäger's life. Fantastic by Kimbo there, keeping himself in the game. Very expensive squad. Don't forget, 340 manpower. Squad is back to full strength, allegedly. But and also we had some STGs in base. We got some med packs down as well from that Swiss Army knife, the Stern Pioneers. But just look at the swathe of blue on the field. All of this is in Asiamint's territories. However, you can see something coming out now. It's the Panzer II makes its way onto the field, looking for its first target. Was the combat engineers, but we do see a Kimbo style. Well, it's Kimbo, but he hits a mine! However, the combat engineers are surely going to die first. Squad wipe, possibly for creative name. No! He uses the smoke of the shock troops to save their life. Great work there. Fantastic stuff. What a game this is so far. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Now, the interesting part of this... sorry, let's concentrate up the north. As we see that the shock troops are rearing their ugly heads with those pupishers ablazing. Don't forget that you can traverse out the back of this warehouse should he need to escape. We may see that just now. Shock troops mitigate the autocannon of the Panzer II. And the Volksgrenadiers won out thanks to the arrival of the FG-42. Point secured by the Volksgrenadiers. Stern Pioneers lead the way. Oh, here we go. From Urban Defense Tactics, we have the M42 out, forcing away that Panzer II. Shinzo Josh in chat saying awesome casting quality. Well, that's what you guys have paid for. I bought the most expensive RAM I could find, basically, and my microphone is very expensive. It's been on loan to me. You know, I do make a lot of upgrades for this stream, and I think it's really starting to show now. The quality should be tremendous, even for a strategic Zoomcast, which is very taxing. G42s versus the Rock 9 Flamethrower. Who's going to win? That's not wealth. It's now I've got wealth, I guess. Sorry for YouTube viewers. I am, of course, replying to some people in Twitch chat, recorded live. M42 finds the Panzer II. We do see another Molotov, but the Volksgrenadiers are holding steady. And the Panzer II finds an angle, however, eats a shot from the M42. Good pressure from the... and a squad wipe down for the conscripts. Only got 3 squads remaining now, and Uror threatens he does indeed have 18 aids. Check out the north, where the shock troops are coming in. Nice, by the way. I do believe we saw something interesting there. Oh, no, he didn't. It was just, sorry. I thought he threatened an incendiary grenade and then used the shock grenade on retreat. That would have been so cool. Got the warehouse versus these Volksgrenadiers. This is a cut-off. Should he get it? I have to say this map is now looking tournament ready. It looks really good now. He's made some excellent changes as good old Mr. Whiteflash. Of course, he's an aerospace engineer. Nice grenade on retreat there. 3 models down. MG34 to the rescue, however. Really good changes. And all the maps that will be coming into Auto Match next month, hopefully, fingers crossed, are looking really good. Hoorah in and retreat out. 42 looking for the kill. Where's that Luke's at? He's gone north to repair. Asiamint's hunting. Doesn't fancy it though. And don't forget there are shot blockers here. Sight blockers I meant, sorry. So he can escape. There you go. There you go. We've got the Volksgrenadiers are being protected by the MG34 as they seek refuge behind the green cover. Panzer II is now ready. As we also have a Rakettenwerfer in a timely fashion. I wonder what he's expecting. Because Asiamint has not gotten... there it is. It's a little bit late to the party. The Tankovi Battalion Command. Grenade in from the shock troops as the Panzer II dawns upon them. 18A threatens. Can he get them off? Can he get it off? Yes, he can. Wind up and damage engine. And M42's firing where from? From this angle over here. He's going to push in as soon as he can. Let's check out the western engagement. Fallschirmjägers. Who's going to throw the first nade? It's a Molotov. And more conscripts coming in. Kimbo's got to retreat from that, in my opinion. Oh, nade goes off as well. And conscripts looking really low. Can he get the sight line? Can he get the kill? Oh, the Spindles come to the rescue. Meanwhile, the other Fallschirmjäger squad's in hiding. He's trying to push his way forward. Ever so slightly. STGs dawning upon the M42 as the Fallschirmjägers have now climbed to 6 kills with the conscripts penning them back into base, and they're protecting the retreating squad as well. But here comes the combat engineers. Phosphorus round goes in, yes, as the Sturmgewehrs are looking to capitalise. Phosphorus will dissipate your health stocks very quickly indeed. Panzer II on its 10th kill coming into view, causing pain and suffering to the shock troops. But here comes that T-70 coming in from the eastern angle. Shock troops in peril. STGs of the Stern Pioneers firing, but the T-70 looks likely to save the day, and indeed it does. 13 minutes into this fantastic battle thus far. It has been a good one. M42's finding a decent angle here, I tell you. And he's going to back into this hedgerow, so this could be really good. There is, however, this heavy cover in the way, so it's probably going to hit that. Should be fine. M42 is going to lose that Pippa veterancy if he's not careful, and Kimbo senses it. He wants to finish the job, and does he get it? Raketten in on the T-70, rear armor hit as well. Volksgrenadiers pursue, and the M42 is out, but very close to the base exit. North side conscripts versus the MG34. Here come the shock troops just sitting on the M42 like a dog over its fallen owner. Oh, big shot there from the Rakettenwerfer. Can the T-70 get out? But no, the M42's blocking the way. Can it get away? No, it can't. There you go, Kimbo with the kill. He loses the Rakettenwerfer squad members, but he does get a confirmed kill on a T-70. Shock troops very low as well. Asiamint could be losing the game here if he's not too careful. M42 to the rescue, however, forcing away that Panzer II. Another good shot in. Raketten recrewed. North side, conscripts are looking to finish the job. But look at that DPS. Oh dear, that is painful. And Asiamint, of course, retreats away immediately. Ouch. Nazi. I don't want to say the words death squad. Shouldn't have said Nazi first. That sounds very risque to say it that way. Could just call it death squad. That'd be fine. Don't get political when casting Code 2, that's for certain. Don't call them communists and Nazis. Try not to. Call them the Soviets and the Wehrmacht. That'll do. Let's just have a little look at the map. Is it getting pop marked all over the place? Rucker ACL Blobbo from Prime Clarity in chat. Haha, STO nice. Politically correct death squad. I like it. No S Black creative name is not Asiamint. Asiamint just parodies this German player all the way from his peninsula of South Korea. Must just find it funny to do so. Creative name is a good name in fairness. It's both a creative name for a creative player with a name. It works on multiple levels. We don't have a Faust anymore, don't forget, for the Fallschirmjäger, so the T-70 should be... Whoa, nice drift. Should be fine. Especially if he uncovered him. Did you see that? Forcing him away. Very nice indeed. Southwest side. Folks are pushing out with the Stern Pioneers spotting all these mines, and that's why he swapped there. He wants the... to get the mine swept. Conscripts dance enter as the T-70 eats another Raketenwerfer shot. Surely. There it is. Asiamint possibly lingering a little bit too long here. He's... Oh, eats another shot. Just enough DPS from the Panzer II was enough to make it a 2 Raketen kill. Oh dear, oh dear. That's 2 T-70s now down. Shock troops coming into the picture, however. MG-34 in peril, perhaps. There you go. Kill no? No kill confirmed. Oh, my. Conscripts enter the picture as the shock troops lie in wait. Fallschirmjägers could pick them off at a distance, however. That's not the ideal hunting territory for them. Let's check out what's going down here as we have the Schwer building and requisitioning the authorization of panzers very soon. Granada is the call. It's phosphorus. Shock troops push past it, however. Molotov in also. And there it is. He's going to get panzer authorization very soon, I'm sure. However, M42 can finish off the Panzer II here. He pushes forward. And gets the kill. Very nice indeed. Tripwire flare goes off. 15 munitions for a nice juicy kill there. As we see another shock troop squad. That is unexpected, you know. Hello, Storm Tiger Gaddafi. Welcome. Conscripts eking out survival just about. As the extermination looking to get rid of the bugs that are crawling out from under these decrepit warehouses. It's not insecticide they're using. They're using a hellstorm of fire. Molotov in vain as the Stern Pioneers push forward. Good micro from Kimbo. Meanwhile, in the north, the combat engineers are watching on. As the M42 is in a battle against the Foch Grenadiers, let's check out the Pipashot action in the south as the same submachine guns push through the centre, reclaiming the map in Asiamint's favour. Nice mine there. Sending chunks of Raketenwerfer crew members up into the sky. Here we go. Shock troops push forward in behind the silo and look to wait for the reload. Do they get it? Yes, they do. However, the Schwerpanzer headquarters is saving the day with that huge cannon. Meanwhile, by the way, shock troops take the cut off and are now looking to continue their assault. But Kimbo's doing the very same in the north, so they're trading places once more. Good flow to the battle thus far, one must say. Conscripts push up behind the shock troops. Fallschirmjägers on a juicy 10 kills, but look at the strong contingent against them. Oh, a mine and a nade. However, it's a fortuitous retreat path. The Puppershots could not get into their way as the Fallschirmjägers and the MG-34 causing these conscripts distress. The shock troops reposition. Here's a Panzer IV to save the day for Kimbo. Because Asiamint somehow is manhandling his way back into this thing. Phosphorus thrown yet again. Oh no, that was actually a shock troop grenade. Very simple. Conscripts capping things up now. They do fall foul of the Panzer headquarters. Oh, look at this from Kimbo. Expertly positioned troops looking for a squad wipe. Will he get it? Panzer IV looking to help out. Misses wildly. Might help up now, though. How did they survive? Body armor must be. MG34 well positioned by Kimbo. Lucky to survive there. Both sides. As Kimbo, by the way, needs to get this cut off because all of these... all that has been taken is in vain if he does not. Juicy battle thus far. Nice work from the combat engineers with 5 kills, constantly causing danger. That is a TM35 mine as well they could have run into if they weren't careful. Panzer IV with that beautiful camouflage, just marauding around the north. And he's got to keep his slender advantages intact. He's got a good victory point position. He's spent all of his fuel, however, but look at Creative Names. Creative Names fuel count. Let's check out on his teching as well. You can see that he does indeed have mechanized armor componator. So he's going to be going for the KV-2 tank. Very exciting stuff. Rare you see it. His mine abilities, by the way, are 10% faster and 6% less. Very Co-1-esque there, making his mines around 25 manpower, just like they were in munitions rather, just like they were in Co-1. And also being able to plant them, and he's going to just absolutely proliferate the map with them. Thank you, Stir Nice. Have a good evening. Thank you for watching. M42 plinks away harmlessly. Phosphorus definitely this time. Elsewhere, another Molotov getting a good crit there as the Stern Pioneers pushing from the sides. Let's check out the Panzer IV. Is he under any form of duress? No, he isn't. Check out the west. Stern Pioneers push in yet again. Do they have a grenade locked and loaded? Yes, they do. Is he looking for one on the street? No, he goes for the Foch grenades instead. That's a good push away of 2 units, but he did not go for a squad wipe. Stern Pioneers putting down the pressure. And shock troops pushed away, but not before they got a crap ton of kills. Good game so far, but you can really feel that Asiamint is building towards that KV-2. It costs 630 manpower, 230 fuel. Let's see how close he is. He's close. If you can just keep this fuel in position. But he's a little bit wary of the Stern Pioneers, it would seem. And the engine profile, rather, of the Panzer IV coming into view. So, double jeopardy. Oh, nice shot there by the Panzer IV. Now up to 8 kills. Misses on its follow-up, but not before the damage was done. North side, MG34 suppressing multiple units. Back in the south, Panzer IV continuing its wanton aggression as Kimbo stops Asiamint from keeping his own fuel and delays the KV-2 even further. We're now looking at... he's got 210 fuel, and he's still quite far away. He's also having to reinforce all of these costly units. It's 30 per shock troop model. And of course, as everyone knows, it's 20 for a conscript. Panzer IV is ready. It's done the damage, though. It has to be said. It's been played very well, and the M42's not had much luck at all. I mean, it may have veterancy too, yes, but I've really not felt that it's kept the Panzer IV out of combat for very long. This is that 21-kill Fallschirmjäger squad. Shock troops and it are positioning themselves on one another's one another's retreat paths, rather. So, yeah, that could be dangerous for both squads. Panzer IV and a Vet 3-shot squad are the difference makers, however. But here come the cavalry for Asiamint, really making the Fallschirmjägers suffer. But well-timed smoke Well-timed retreat in general. M42 now finding its mark. May get to that juicy veterancy 3 rate of fire soon. Oh, penetration at Vet 3, my bad. Of course it is. Rate of fire at Vet 2. Do not give me the hiccups whilst I'm casting, please. Mine detonates. Conscripts crawling. Silo in the way there. Can't quite see the Panzer IV at this point. Been a juicy battle so far. Let's check out the stats. See that Kimbo, 124 to 90. See that army value-wise, he's surged ahead. And points held, it's undulated wildly. M42 getting closer to veterancy 3. Oh, nice shot there. Well, good shot as well from the Panzer IV. On its 17th kill now. Not too shabby. And here he is with Stalin. And my dog is a big fan of Kliment Voroshilov tanks. This is her favourite tank, as you can hear. She is a huge fan. The original heavy tank of World War II. It's basically a howitzer on tracks. And, oh, there you go. There's the first shot. Soon to be a big follow-up, perhaps. Can he track it on the attack ground? Get some... No, he's out the range there. He was trying, though. He is a big boy. He's a big boy. KV-2 against the Panzer IV. Shock troops pushing in. And here's smoke out elsewhere. It's here. The shock troops are just capping the central capping circle as the Vet 4 now Fallschirmjäger's pushing with 26 kills. Now they're going to require a target. Ooh, that's close actually. You got the 3 PPSHs. Oh, he's bundle nading the retreat. Haha, Kimbo. Oh, Kimbo. Raketenwerfers, they do nothing against the almighty mighty might of the KV-2. Now it's the Fallschirmjäger's turn to die. And somehow they survive, but they're held together with Pritt stick, sellotape and paper mache. Shock troops on the fuel point as the Panzer IV watches on. Looks like we're going to get a fuel decap there, but he needs this cut off in order to connect it. And the KV-2 rears its ugly head. Oh, there you go. That's a good shot for you. How about howitzer to the face? How'd you like me now? You call that a tank? This is a tank. And another mine detonates. The conscripts tagging in for the shock troops. Really could do with a minesweeper. Where is it? It's over here. Doing nothing. Now it's capping. There we go. And let's just... You can really start to survey the battlefield. Especially if you choose Kimbo and choose his army. You get a good view for what's happening. And you can pretty much cast from this angle, to be honest. It's very low effort from me. And then you can choose creative name. Not creative name. Asiamint. Sorry, you have to do a good select. A lot of his forces were base repair, reinforcing. And here it goes. The battle is boiling over once more. Shock troops throwing a cheeky grenade as the MG34 repositions. KV-1 is already up to its 4th kill and a lot of damage as well. It takes a long time to accumulate veterancy for a KV. And it's doing so now! That excellent shot. It's a great map for a KV-2 due to the silos constantly just allowing it to peek its ugly head and volley wanton barrels of hatred downrange through the smoke. It might fire on the Raketenwerfers now, and yes indeed it does, thanks to the excellent spotting of the shock troops. 2 Raketens do hit. However, he pushes further forward. He's also got the M42 firing upon the Panzer IV. Grenade kills a good crew member there. Well, he's not good anymore. He's in bits, quite literally. Must be noted, however, Kimbo Madslicer has been able to keep on the victory point pressure. And he's forced his opponent down. He's continuing to do so with this Stern Pioneer cap. But the KV-2 has 1 or 2 things to say about that. The first being explosions. The second being more explosions. fuel-wise. Kimbo's ascended to a high fuel count. He may be thinking of a Panther next. Just do not know at this point. We've got shock troops lying in wait in the serenity of the western side of the map. MG34 with a Schwerpanzer protecting it. And the KV2 is just doing a lot of health damage for now. Does have that Veterancy 1. Can inspire infantry, can take fire positions. Never see any of these abilities, to be honest. Super heavy meta is back, is the call from chat. I'm not so sure about that, Fast Stefan, but I know what is back. It's certainly the KV2 heavy assault tank. Howitzer on tracks, demolishing everything that stands before it. Panzer IV has been very cheeky here, remaining in combat. Oh, there you go, a decimation from Asiamint. He just pushes past the huge crate there and demolishes him. Perhaps you could pack little bits of that Panzer IV into the container and send it on a ship to some collector of fallen panzers, because that is that was very cool, wasn't it? I liked it anyway. And could be destroying the stern. Pioneers did not escape in time, by the way. They're still getting out of the vehicle when the howitzer hit. And now he's got a 76mm T-34 to help out as well. Really starting to feel like he's just becoming a thorn in Kimbo's side. How much more can he... He really needed that Panzer IV, in my opinion. He needed to keep up the victory point pressure on the peripheries of the map. Basically here. And the other victory point is actually this one here. Very close. Silo defines them, of course. There's the T-34's first act of aggression is versus Vet 4 Fallschirmjägers. T-34 traverses its turret. It's a good shot there. Pop smoke. It does not matter. The tank's going to fire through it. He knows what he's capping, so what's the point, I guess? But he misses every shot, so there you go. Kimbo, 7 million IQ, confirmed. MG34 here on 6 kills, but a lot of damage. And here's that Panzerkampfwagen 5, the Panther, hunting on the battlefield, looking for the KV2, which it can penetrate. Let's show that off now. Oh dear. It can, but it doesn't mean it will. As is the armor RNG gamble. There is Company Heroes 2. 100 points remain, however, for Asiamint. Kimbo's keeping up the VP pressure. Stun round in. Oh my god, the barrels ignite. It's pyrotechnics only. It's not like Duke Nukem where you get splash damage. Panther against the T-34. We know it should win that battle. Oh, we know it certainly wins against infantry. KV2 putting the pressure down. Nice shock grenade. T-34 staying in combat. No Faust, of course, from the Fallschirmjägers. KV2, 16 kills and counting. Panther pursuing. Misses wantonly. T-34 reverses into your picture against the MG-34's. Nice shot from the KV2. Panther's got a long time out with repairs. Rakettenwerfers push forward, looking for a kill on the T-34. Can they get it? Yes, they can! What an assassination by Kimbo! From max range, the fellow. You did a great attack ground. However, he might lose the Vet 5 Fallschirmjägers to the Mosin Nagant rifles. Oh, just about survives there. Very lucky to survive. KV2 smells blood, however. Wants that Panther, who has to reverse away. And let's check out the battlefield now as you see the shells running up as the MG is going to be stolen and taken into Asiamint's hands. But look, it's been turned into a barren, desolate wasteland. New T-34 coming out for Asiamint to replace his losses. as the Vet 3 Fallschirmjägers pour into the south, looking to try and finish Asiamint off on victory points. Let's get the nice visual, shall we? There you go, just in the nick of time. That was badass. Nice grenade. That was by the Fallschirmjägers as the Raketenwerfers find good shots in there. FG-42s could finish the job. No, a good amount of health remains on the last shock trooper. Kimbo needs to push in to cap this victory point, or perhaps this one, but he's just not finding the right situations at the moment. T-34 is very low indeed. KV-2 now has Veterancy 2, giving him increased combat effectiveness. I think that means the drivers are wearing leather trousers, meaning they don't get burnt legs when they fight. I used to have the Veterancy mod, but every patch breaks it. I really need to reinstall it for the next tournament. Panther pushes in. Vet 3 M42 finding angles. KV2 with a parting blow. Nice to see. Another M40, actually. This time it's a Zisk gun joining the fray as the M42 is about to lose its veterancy if he's not careful. Vet 3 shock troopers looking for the kill on the Vet 5 Fallschirmjägers. Can't get it. Now they threaten a grenade, but they've already tossed it. Meanwhile, in the west, MG34 is trying to keep the resource points because Kimbo is rebuilding a Panzer IV. You know how costly OKW tanks are. Shock troops push in. AV2 tracking. Oh, misses, however. Raketenwerfers lying in wait. Nice shots in on the KV2 in conjunction with the Panther, who does push forward. However, he's falling into a trap, and that trap is the M42s that were waiting. Asiamint. Oh, I was about to say he has this, but no. A dying volley from the Raketenwerfer finishes the job. That was so unexpected. Kimbo stayed in there when many other players would have retreated or even GG'd. And just about worth it, I suppose. Was it? Let's check out the graphs. I'll see that there will be a readdressal of that in a second. We'll check back in a moment. Have to wait a little bit for the graphs to update. Oh, T-34 causing damage. Vet 5 First Grenadiers could die here to a well-placed shot. Oh, very close. Let's check out the graphs there. Ah, okay. Pretty much, it's still in very much Asiamint's favour. Very much so. Meanwhile, in the centre, Kimbo's new forces in this late passage of the battle. As we see, a grenade lobbed in. Phosphorus. Panzer IV missing wantonly. Grenade, AT grenade threatening. Can't get it thanks to the good suppressing of the MG34. Suppressal. I sometimes invent words when I'm casting. Destroys his KV to stop the pathing issues on the apex of this hedgerow there. Very clever by Asiamint, a very, very astute player of a high caliber of thinking. Let's just survey the battlefield and get a little bit of strategic zoom icons on. Check out Kimbo's forces, see where he's moving. Oh, there you go. That's Kimbo for you. Very much. He's going to have to divert and... to be honest, even an ISG or I'm not going to stay as Stukas of Foos, but something that would give him smoke rather than phosphorus, because you see how much he's used the phosphorus. But that stuff, it's 30 munitions. Vet 5 Fallschirmjägers just trying to cap here as the Zisk gun barrages him. Raketenwerfer against the newly engine damaged Panzer IV. More smoke, just as I was talking about it, and look at his munitions count, it's very low. Meanwhile, nice work from the shock troops, but they were pinned, and Kimbo could have stayed there. With one model remaining there, it'd be very risky. And with any reinforcements coming in, it's not worth risking it this time in the game. He's got a cap off, however, and for the first time in a long time now, Asiamint's victory points will start to bleed away. He needs to hold this. But the Panzer IV watching over the eastern one, watched in the west, nothing exposed. T-34 on 12 kills. Just watching over the centre at the moment. And 75 points are starting to bleed away now for Asiamint as the Panzer IV joins the fray. Combat Engineers versus Fallschirmjägers. Panzer IV against them. The second Panzer IV's only gotten 3 kills, and that's because he's constantly on the move. One of the mechanics of coming here is that solidifies victories is the tanks of players that are trying to force their way back onto the battlefield are less effective. So if you're holding firm in the centre and you've got your support weapons in place, your tanks will be more accurate, which will give you that first strike advantage. Not in that case, but there you go. That's what the point of having your support weapons in position is. However, he does not penetrate. 41 minutes into this long battle. Hopefully my casting is holding up. It's been a long stream for me. I started at 6 o'clock this evening. It's now 20 past 11. I've been doing a lot of activity that's required my brain. A lot of thinking's had to be done. T-34 reverses away as the Fallschirmjägers are against the Combat Engineers. T-34 goes down to the Raketenwerfer. Meanwhile, in the centre, Fallschirmjägers trying to hold. This could mean a triple cap for Kimbo. We've got 49 victory points remaining for Asiamint. However, here comes a fresh Kliment Virashilov number 2. Misses with the first volley. Does not need to miss again. He's got the central victory point and he's neutralised the north. His victory points remaining are 44. KV2 is marauding in the centre. Plotting its next target out. Strong contingent here against, that's right, Vet 5, 19 kills, Stern Pioneers. Look at that DPS. Flag to the rescue. Saves the day for the Stern Pioneers there. Could have been a lot worse. And Creative Name now getting a triple cap out of nowhere. Got 3 Fallschirmjäger squads now. One with 27 kills and the other with 40. That is tremendous. 200 points remain now for Kimbo as the KV2 is dawning upon him. And it is not a... There's not a new moon that rises. It's indeed a Death Star. That's going to absolutely pulverise him. I mean, fortunately for Kimbo, he still does have a Raketenwerfer, but his Panzer IV's not going to do anything. He needs maybe a Jagd, but then Jagd doesn't look particularly good on this map. I don't know if it's... I mean, this isn't a tank destroyer. It's a heavy assault gun with a turret that traverses, so it's certainly not relevant to my next metaphor. Is this a tank destroyer friendly map? With these silos in the second, one of which is now destroyed, that's an excellent, excellent graphic. Such a cool looking map. I'm not too sure. KV2 traversing now, looking to force away these Foch Grenadiers perhaps. Thinking of it, it's certainly the star of the show every time it's on the field. As this gun found with its pants down capping. As the players are being forced into a late game spillover of hostilities. Fallschirmjägers looking low. Endurance issues possibly for Kimbo there. And he bites the dust. Meanwhile in the south, Vet 3, 12 kill Stormtroopers. Shock Troopers rather, push in. KV2 reloading on the retreat path here. Fadeaway shot perhaps. Maybe not, but he's ready for the Panzer IV if he comes into picture. A shock grenade thrown to try and get to position on the MG34 perhaps. As Fallschirmjägers sprint in, of course they're Veteran C5, they take the warehouse. Panzer IV's ready for war once more. Going up against the conscripts and the combat engineers. KV2 causing horrendous problems for Kimbo in the centre. Just really feels like Asiamint's army with that KV2 is the kingpin. It's just giving him such a stable base. He's a formidable foe for anybody right now. However, the Raketenwerfers are finding him. Can the Panzer IV come into action? He needs it. However, here comes the Zisgun ready for him. Should he even try it? Vet 5 Volksgrenadiers, Fallschirmjägers in abundance against them. MG34 that was stolen earlier on. KV2 in peril. However, finds a good shot on the Panzer IV. There's an 18A threatened as well. What a great flank by Asiamint. He got round the edge there and finished the job. We do see a loss of the MG34, but what a fantastic flank by Asiamint. Conscripts coming into the picture as the KV2 is in peril. It goes forward, however, though. This is dangerous work. Here comes an almighty move. Grenades thrown in abundance as the conscripts throw a Molotov. And there it is. The Zis barrage. Or indeed, is it the KV2? I think it was. It's gone into volley fire mode, I want to call it. I always forget what that's called. There's last guy running through the trees. Going back to home. Did you see him? I did. Kimbo is now getting closer and closer to double-digit victory point figures. Nobody would have expected that happening. His unit preservation has been on point to a fault at times. He's kept certain units alive, but not the brunt of his army. I mean, his vehicle. Oh my lord, that's a good grenade. However, KV2 to the rescue, perhaps. FG2's firing. They get FG42s get the kill there. KV2 reverses away as the Raketenwerfer cannot complete the termination of the KV2. Hoorahs into things. Still have that Vet 5 Fallschirmjäger with 51 kills waiting. They heal in the field of combat. As we hear a new T-3476 enters the fray. Raketenwerfer pushed away. 34 victory points remain for Asiamint as Kimbo has managed to cap the centre. What a volley by the KV2. Now that's a howitzer for you. Obliterating the Fallschirmjägers. F in chat if you will. And another one as well. Just lumping rounds downrange over the silo. Here he is again. Oh dear, that's a GG well played volley from the KV2. And it does not matter that the Panthers here, because Asiamint's just won the game with those infantry assassinations. T-34 versus Stern Pioneers. He's getting desperate here. Needs to bleed him out, but he just doesn't have the capital anymore. T-34 sacrifices its life for the Rodina as it cooks up from within. However, we have a double 18A threatening. One and possibly two to come. Now we've got smoke down, but there's nothing to cap the northern victory point, however. Meanwhile, in the north, though, Kimbo's going to go for it. He's in a mad dash scramble to get this last victory point. We also have a finishing job by the Panther and the Raketenwerfer. Oh my god, has Kimbo somehow rescued this? Yes, he has. What a victory. He pushed forward with the Panther despite the odds and got the killing touch on the KV2. And there it is. Turned to dust before your very eyes. There you go. What a capitalization there. Did not see that coming in the slightest. Beautiful. That was the view I wanted. There we go. That's it. Maybe not with the old widget in view. Oh my. There he is as well. That is Asiamint himself. Jump for my love. Jump in and feel my touch if you want to get my KV2 in the night. Yeah. Oh dear. Lovely stuff. What a fantastic game. Terrible singing by me at the end though. And yeah, it's a great battle. Well played to Whitefash, making a fantastic map and persevering with it despite people's negativity. Definitely seemed to be a real good layout for me. I really liked it. It was close. It was... Yeah, you can see Kimbo's ego from space after that one. That will be on YouTube. I think it was definitely worthy of that, despite my tiredness. Now I'm going to go and liaise with my girlfriend, see if we want to do that reward tonight. We'll be back momentarily. We're going to keep on this screen. I'll be right back. Thank you, guys.